Well, hello, friends, and welcome to episode 35 of Matt Chat. I am Melissa Ross, your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness, and we are going to invite some friends on. I am so excited that this is episode 35 of Matt Chat. We've been at this for a while, friends, and it's been so wonderful to be here with all of you. I have enjoyed every single one of our 34 episodes before this. All right, we're going to invite some more friends on here. This is probably making a tapping noise for you down there, friends. But I want to make sure lots of friends get on for this episode. We have something very important to talk about today, friends. All right, we've invited some friends on. This is episode 35 of Matt Chat. I'm Melissa Ross, your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness, and today we are talking about identity. You will see that. I'm looking behind me there to see if you can see my water fountain, and you can't. We are talking about identity today. And the question is, are you living your true self? And I want you to really stop and think about that for a minute. Stop and think about what that means for a minute. Well, I'm going to invite a few more people on. See who's online tonight. Get some of our friends on. I want you to really stop and think about what that means, friends. Are you living your true self? What does that mean to you? And I'll tell you what it means to me, friends. For the longest time, I wasn't living my true self, but I didn't know it. And so that's why I really want to talk about that today, because sometimes we're not really living our true identity and we don't know it. We're moving along. Life is busy. We're working, and sometimes we're raising a family if we have kids. Maybe we have a spouse and we have no kids, so we're working a marriage. We're making a marriage work, and we're moving along with the speed of life, and we're not stopping to take a moment to really evaluate whether we're living our true selves and what our identity really is. And I'll tell you, if somebody had asked me that, 15, 16 years ago, I couldn't have told you whether I was living my true self and whether I knew what my identity was. And through divorce, through adversity first, through my postpartum depression, through my anxiety, and then through my separation and my divorce, I realized through all of that in my marriage, I wasn't living my true self. I wasn't being my true self. I was being someone I needed to be in my marriage. And that wasn't fair to either one of us. It wasn't fair to me, and it wasn't fair to my husband at the time, because I wasn't being my true self. I wasn't being my true person. And really, for the longest time, I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I didn't realize I was being that other person and taking on another identity. Give me a shout out if you're here, friends. I see that people are watching, but for some reason I'm not getting the notifications that people are coming on and watching. I don't know why that's happening. Normally I can see when people are on and I can give you a shout out. So do comment down below. Let me know you're here, so that I can give you a shout out and say hello. So for the longest time, I wasn't living my true self, and I didn't know what my identity was. And what did it really take to sit back and know that? It took me actually talking to someone. It took adversity and going to counseling and sitting down and actually saying to someone, this is what's going on. And actually, it was in reaching out to an old friend, a friend that I had in high school, that had become a priest. And it was in reaching out to that friend that I understood and realized that I wasn't being myself. Raymond Parsa is here. Hello, Raymond. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you're well. It was in reaching out to that priest who was an old friend, an old acquaintance, that I realized I wasn't myself. Now, I didn't know right away what that meant or how to become myself again. But what he said to me when I had this conversation with him, I let him know everything that was going on in my life, and I talked to him about the adversity that was going on. and the things that I was struggling with. And what he said to me is, where's the girl I knew in high school? That girl isn't here. What happened to her? And it left me thinking, and we went on and we moved on in the conversation, and we really dealt with some things I was struggling with. But it really got me thinking. It really got me searching. It really got me journaling. It really got me soul searching for that person I was, and that human that I was, and that identity that I had seemingly lost somewhere. And where did I lose it? How did I lose it? Why did I lose it? And oftentimes, friends, this is why I'm talking about this tonight, oftentimes that happens to us and we don't even realize it. I'm talking to you women out there because, as you all know, I have launched my clarity coaching for stressed out moms, but I have recently opened that up for all women. Clarity coaching for all women, because I know we all get stressed out. We're all hard on ourselves sometimes, and I've been there, friends. I've been in that place where you're like a robot. You're living up to that perfectionism that most times we put on ourselves, but society sometimes puts on us as well, especially if we're moms and we're trying to be that perfect mom and get it all done and do everything all at the same time. But friends, it's not just that, friends. The reason why I'm talking about this today, friends, is because I've opened up that coaching, and I lost my train of thought there. I don't know what happened. I lost that train of thought. But I've opened up this coaching for women who are stressed out and who are trying to let go of that perfectionism and are trying to live life and get stuck. That's where I was going. You get stuck in that place. All of a sudden, you become what you think you need to become for that relationship or for that life you're living. Even if you're not in a relationship, even if you're a single woman, you think that you need to become this thing that society needs you to be, and you lose your identity. And I've done it. I've been there, friends. I lost my identity somewhere. I willingly gave it up. I willingly gave away my identity. I willingly walked into a marriage where I wasn't myself. I was being who I needed to be in that marriage, and who I needed to be that perfect mother. And it wasn't until I had the postpartum depression, the severe anxiety, and really had so many other issues that I was down and sick and recovering and healing for 2.5 years, that I finally realized, when I finally had the conversation with a friend and finally realized that I wasn't being myself, that I had lost my identity somewhere and I didn't even know it. And so it took a really long time, friends, to find out who that was, to find me again, to really go deep inside and figure out, okay, I'm not myself. I'm being someone else in order to be here and to be in this position. Tim is watching. Hope you're well tonight, Tim. Thanks for joining. And I think Michael has joined in too. It looks like I can see his picture up there. Hope you're well tonight. So I was in this relationship and I had moved. I had morphed into something else. I had lost my identity without even knowing it, without even recognizing it. Michael says hi. Hi, Michael. Without even recognizing it or knowing it. And it took a long time to figure out what that identity was and how to get it back. And really, in the end, in all truthfulness, that ended my marriage. I ended my marriage based on that, because when I figured out who I truly was and really found my identity and knew that I needed to live my life as the person that I truly am inside, I wasn't aligned in my marriage anymore. And that's really that's the importance of finding our identity and really knowing who we are, so that we can identify that before we start living a life that isn't aligned with who we really are. And I can speak about that because I've been there so many times. I've done it. I did it. I left it. I left that life behind and moved on from that life, to find myself and really live out my life with who I am and who I was destined to be and who I was destined to help. And that's why I talk about it tonight, because this week I launched my new branding for my one-on-one private coaching. And I launched that new branding because it came to me with all of the women that came forward with clarity coaching for stressed out moms. It came to me through conversations with women that came to me and approached me. It came to me that all women need this type of coaching. And so this week I launched that new branding. I'm really excited about that branding. Hi Sharon, thanks for watching tonight. I hope you're well. So I launched that new branding this week, and I'm so excited about that new branding. It's so incredible. It really feels so aligned with me, and it speaks to my heart. And, I'm really excited to be opening up that coaching to all women out there and help all women, overcome that stress, overcome that perfectionism, and find their identity, find who they really were meant to be and how they were meant to be living, and, really figure it out. And I'll tell you, friends, it was that one person, that one friend that I spoke to while I was going through the adversity that I was going through, that said to me, where is that person I knew? Where are you? Where did you go? What happened? It wasn't until that was said to me that I started to realize that I wasn't living my true life. I wasn't being that person that I was meant to be, that I was supposed to be. So I bring light to this because I hope that it spurs someone out there. It spurs that one person. I'm speaking to that one person out there. I hope that it spurs that one person to be able to step back and say, am I living my true self? Is this my identity? Is this how I was meant to be? Have I changed myself to be living this life? Michael says, congrats, new branding looks great. Thank you so much, Michael. I am just so aligned with that branding. I'm absolutely loving it. Chrissy is watching tonight. Thanks so much for watching, Chrissy. So I really hoped, I'd like to encourage you all to step back and really, journal on it or sit with it. Is this me? Is this my true identity? Am I living out life the way I was meant to live it out? And if you're not, friends, please do message me. That's why I'm here. I'm here for all women, to help all of you move through stress, move through perfectionism, and really live out the life you were meant to be living. Whatever your goals are, whether it's just a loss of identity like I experienced, I'm here to be helping you all through it, friends. So please do message me if you are in that position. But if anything, I just hope that this conversation tonight from my episode 35 of Matt Chat, so excited about that. We've reached a milestone there. But I hope that this talk, if anything, friends, just allows each and every one of you to step back and evaluate whether or not the life that you're living reflects your identity and reflects where you want to be in life and what you want to be doing in life. Are you living your authentic self, and are you doing what you were meant to be doing in life? Wakir is here watching, and he says, cool with a heart. Thank you so much. I hope you're well tonight. All right, on that note, I am going to sign off, friends. I am going to leave you with this final thought. I hope that this encourages you to sit down and take a look and really look deep within inside and really answer some tough questions and really make sure that the life that you're living is aligned with you and your purpose and your values and what you were meant to be doing. And if you feel that you need some further guidance about that, please do reach out to me by messenger, send me a messenger message, and we'll get on a call and we'll talk about it. We'll figure out how we can work together and get you in alignment with the life you're supposed to be living. I wish you all a wonderful night. Leonidas has just joined us now. Thank you for watching. Hope you're well tonight. I am signing off now and wishing you all a wonderful evening. This has been episode 35 of Matt Chat, and I am Melissa Ross, your mindset coach with Rise to Wellness. I wish you all a wonderful night, friends. Take care.